Hey everybody, Chef Kimber. It is the final weeks of spring and I wanted to show you this really yummy, easy, simple women's hormone summer salad. I make a Holy Basil Vinaigrette. I'm gonna roast some chicken so it's high in protein, and then we'll throw the whole salad together. So let's get started with the chicken. I don't feel like turning on my oven. It is getting warmer. It's a couple days till summer. So I'm gonna use my Ninja blender here. We're gonna turn that on to preheat. I'm gonna do 400 degrees and we'll just do air crisp. I like to have that air crisp. It's that air fryer and it just gets it nice and crispy, which is really yummy on a salad. I'm gonna use the pan that goes in the air fryer so I don't have to do multiple dishes. Got organic chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs. They're way easier to keep moist. You probably won't dry these out as easily as chicken breast. They also have a higher fat content, which is great for hormone balance and hormone health. I'm gonna do the whole package on here just to meal prep extra. If you were going to do just a salad for yourself or you needed a smaller amount, it's gonna cook much quicker, so just know that. I'm just gonna spread these out so they're all flat. They can go up the sides a little bit if needed. Getting that flat in there. I'll hold that up for you in a second. I'm gonna wash my hands. This is perfect. Just a nice flat layer. Again, if you did less, probably take off about 5-10 minutes if it's in this air fryer. I have sea salt. If you don't feel comfortable drizzling this over evenly, I would suggest tossing the seasonings before you put all this in. Half a teaspoon per pound of chicken that you use. I'm gonna do a little bit of black pepper. You don't have to use pepper. Because these are chicken thighs, I actually am not going to put any oil in this. They are so fatty that they are going to have enough juice and fat release to keep these moist and not have them stick. So I'm just going to leave them like this. This should beep at any minute, and then we're going to throw these guys in. This is good to go. It says add food. It's preheated. It took about 3 minutes to preheat. Throw that in. I'm gonna just start with probably 17 minutes and then we'll check on that. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna get everything ready and we're gonna start our vinaigrette while that cooks. Our chicken is on. It is time to start our Holy Basil Vinaigrette. We have everything we need right here. I'm gonna start with the olive oil and just dump this in because I have measurements on the side of my Vitamix. We'll use that for my wet ingredients. You could always use a liquid measuring cup if you wanted. Apple cider vinegar, you could use any vinegar that you like. There, I have made my Holy Basil concentrate, which I'll show you a clip of. I just boiled water, added some Holy Basil loose leaf tea to my tea bag, and then I let this sit for about 20 minutes in the fridge after it cooled, and I just kept this in. I like a really strong concentrate. You could do 20 minutes and then just take this out and remove it. I'm gonna put this to the side. I actually compost that for my chickens. And then we're gonna need 8 ounces of this. Got our garlic cloves, ashwagandha powder. If you didn't want to use that, you could do maca. Both of them are great for regulating stress hormone, that cortisol. Onion powder. Sea salt, hemp seeds, getting that omega-3 in here. We have our maple syrup. If you didn't want to use maple, you could always use stevia as well. Go ahead, grab our blender bottom, throw this on. I'm going to grab the lid. We'll turn this on low and then turn it up until it's blended and those hemp seeds are absorbed and everything's emulsified and it's all brought together. It's a really pretty white color. You don't see that often in a vinaigrette. Go ahead and give this a try. Oh my gosh, that is so good! Yay! I love holy basil, but you can barely even taste the holy basil. Wow, that is so, so yummy. I'm gonna put this to the side. We'll go ahead and start making our salad while the chicken finishes cooking. Go ahead and check our chicken for this woman's simple salad and just cooking the chicken in the Ninja air fryer. We've been in here for about 16 minutes at 400 degrees on the air crisp. That looks fantastic. Go ahead and grab that out. Perfect. If you wanted to, you could bring it up to temp right here using a thermometer and just checking it, but I can already tell this is gonna be cooked through. I'm gonna throw this in the fridge so it can cool while we get everything else ready. For our salad, I wanted to make some toasted coconut flakes. You could do maple toasted, rubbing it down with some maple, honey. I just want to do plain because this pan for my Ninja has slits on it. I don't want the coconut to go through, so I just put a layer of parchment paper here. I'm just gonna put this in. Coconut flakes cook extremely fast, so every 1 minute, I'm gonna stir these. So we'll throw this in. I have a terrible time with timers, so we're literally gonna put a minute on there, and while that's going, let's start getting stuff ready for our salad. I have organic, pre-washed, clean, destemmed kale. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil, some sea salt, garlic, and onion. So this is just the recipe for my marinated kale. You don't have to marinate it if you love the dressing enough, but I just like to marinate kale. It gives it a softer, more tender flavor and texture. And I feel like people can take it a little bit easier if they're new to kale or eating healthy, just not as harsh on their palate. All right, so that is completely seasoned. Perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and crank that up, open this guy. So you can already see, let me hold this up for you, that in 1 minute is toasting the edges pretty quickly. So that's why you just want to stir it. Really getting the middle and the outer mixed in, and then do 1 more minute. I don't want to get my hands dirty doing the marinated kale until that comes out, so I'm just going to start cutting some stuff. All of this is pre-washed. We have bell peppers. At the end of this video, I will put the health benefits for all of these for women's hormones. I know that the bell peppers have a lot of vitamin C, which is why I chose these. You can do any of the colored ones, and they're pretty similar to the amount of vitamin C each one has. So I'll just put these to the side, and you can cut them in any shape you desire. Next, we have strawberries. You can do any berries. Berries are really great, all the antioxidants, low in sugar, so great for hormone health, and they give it that little summertime pop of color and freshness as a berry. What I love about these summer salads is I like to have a lot more cooling foods, so raw foods that haven't been cooked, which can be really a really big time saver for people. So I love that as well. I'm just quartering my strawberries here. You could slice them if you want. I'm saving everything for the compost. Oh yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna call it a day. So that was 2 minutes in my air fryer. And you can see, we'll turn this off, that those are completely toasted in just 2 minutes. So if you were to do the maple toasted, maybe a couple minutes longer, but that's what I love about this Ninja air fryer is it's so fast. We're just gonna put that there and let that cool. We have our carrots. I'm gonna grate our carrots. Might take me a second. You can always buy your carrots grated. So easy. I'm gonna grab my compost over here. That was about 5 baby carrots, little skinny ones. You could do more, you could do less. Get a little sip of my Holy Basil tea. All right, from there, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs from Happy Food Farm. My farm got them this morning from my coop, hard-boiled them. Check out my hard-boiled egg video if you want to see how. And I'm just going to easily peel these right into my compost. We actually feed the shells back to my chickens and my ducks to get them more calcium so that the shells that they have for their eggs in the future are stronger. And just make sure you rinse off your eggs when you're done peeling them. I'm gonna start marinating my kale, so all the seasonings are on here. You just wanna start rubbing it together. Give that a try before I wash my hands. It's perfect. I'm gonna wash my hands, and then we're gonna assemble our salad. We are gonna build our women's hormone simple summer salad really quickly. I'm gonna grab my bowl and my fork. I'm gonna get some of this kale out. Cruciferous veggies is one of the things they highly recommend for women's hormone health. All right, this is for me. Some carrots, that vitamin A, those berries again, getting those antioxidants, bell pepper for vitamin C. I'm gonna throw all this in here. We have our toasted coconut, which if you just grab off the top, it's been cooling here. It's pretty cool. I would not add your toasted coconut to your salad if you're meal prepping or just doing this and putting it in the fridge, mostly because they're gonna get wet and mushy and they're not gonna stay dry and crisp. So keep them in a separate container. If you're meal prepping, maybe a 2-ounce container, or just wait till later, the morning of, put them on then. If you put them in the salad, they will get soggy. It might not be the best texture. Look how pretty so far. Okay, let's keep going. I'm doing 2 eggs. 1 egg typically has 6 grams of protein in it. So I'm gonna do 2 to get 12 grams of protein. Protein is one of those big things right now that people are highly recommending for male, female, any age. Just getting that all in there. Just getting that egg on. Oh, it's a lot of egg, I love it. Okay, and then I actually want that chicken. Chicken, about the size of a deck of cards worth, is gonna be around 30 grams of protein. So I tried to grab that here. So with just the chicken and the eggs, I'm at 42 grams of protein here. And I just like to do nice little slices of chicken, put it right here by my egg. I took this piece out and put it on the cutting board when I put that pan of chicken in the fridge to cool. It was 5-10 minutes. It's cool enough. It's still pretty warm right now, but it's not so warm or hot it's gonna wilt my kale. Look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. Take my vinaigrette, let's drizzle it on. Oh my gosh, I like a lot of dressing. Yum. Wow. Hello. Cheers with my holy basil tea. Beautiful. All the health benefits you could ask for. Easy peasy because it's summer and a lot of it can be raw. Let's give it a try. You know me, I want a little bit of everything in my bite. There we go. Okay. Wow. That is bursting with flavor. Holy cow. From the garlic to the onion, I can slightly taste that holy basil. Barely can I taste the vinaigrette, the vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I mean, this is so yummy. And then that coconut, that crispiness, the egg, yum. Chicken, nice and grilled. The freshness of the bell pepper, the carrots, the kale. It is so perfect. I hope you all try this. Let me know what you think. Give it a like. This is my dinner tonight, so I'm gonna sit down and eat this. I hope you guys like this video. Check out all the health benefits at the end that I can't remember because I like to remember the food side. Let me know what you wanna see next. Like and subscribe, and I can't wait to keep cooking for you all. Keep feeding happiness from the inside out.